Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
We all know that the novel coronavirus is mutating. It mutates just like any other virus does, but it's a lot slower as compared to something like the influenza virus strains. There is only one known strain of the novel coronavirus yet, although there are many mutations that are circulating in the human population today. Mutations occur when a virus's genome is being copied during the replication process when the virus is trying to multiply itself, and during this process there ends up being a typo or errors in the new genome. But what are these errors and what in fact is a genome? In this video, we're going to take a basic look at the genomics of the virus to understand the science of mutation and other concepts we would need to know to keep up with the science of the virus. We'll discuss what a genome is, what RNA is, what is transcription, what is expression, and other such concepts associated with the functioning of the virus. My name is Sandhya Ramesh and this is Pure Science. The SARS-CoV-2 virus is an RNA virus. This means that it contains only RNA and not DNA, which is found in living organisms. It is up for debate whether a virus is considered living or not, but a virus cannot function or replicate or multiply itself unless it is inside of another host. The SARS-CoV-2 virus is an RNA virus. RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. It is a kind of nucleic acid, which is one of the 4 essential ingredients for life, the other 3 being carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids or fats. The SARS-CoV-2 virus has a single strand of RNA. RNA strands are made up of molecules called nucleotides. Nucleotides that make up these strands consist of 3 main components: a nitrogenous molecule, a sugar molecule with 5 carbon atoms, and a phosphate molecule. The sugars and phosphate form the stranded support, and the nitrogenous molecules attach to this strand. The nitrogenous molecules are nitrogenous bases or nucleobases, base as in acids and bases. There are 4 kinds of nucleobases. These are guanine, adenine, cytosine, and uracil. These nitrogenous bases are indicated by the alphabets GUAC in an RNA. Nucleotides play the main role in metabolism at a cellular level. They provide chemical energy throughout the cell for metabolic functions to take place, and in the case of this virus, for the virus to function as it should. On the other hand, DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid and is the chemical compound that contains instructions to perform cellular and bodily function inside of a living organism. DNA is present in all kinds of life that can replicate and reproduce. DNA molecules are in the shape of a double helix because it is made up of 2 intertwined strands called polynucleotides. RNA can also have 2 strands, by the way. And DNA also has 4 nucleobases, but uracil, indicated by U, is substituted by thymine, so a DNA consists of G, T, C, and A. These nucleobases in both RNA and DNA can bind to each other using hydrogen bonds, forming what are called base pairs. So G and C can bind together, or A and U can, or G and U might bind together. Sometimes more than 2 nucleobases can also bind together. The SARS-CoV-2 virus has about 30,000 base pairs, where 2 of these bind together, while humans have over 3 billion of them. Now, the order of the bases along the sugar-phosphate backbone carries information or a code for replication and functioning. The code is executed by ultimately producing proteins as the output, which perform very specific functions in our bodies. Blocks of DNA or RNA, which have the code for producing certain kinds of proteins, are called genes. Humans have about 20 to 25,000 genes, making up about 3% of our DNA. We still don't know what the other 97% does. It could be to control these genes. A quick note on how this is stored in our bodies. All genes And all DNA material in our bodies is tightly packed around proteins called histones to make structures called chromosomes that are extremely compact. Chromosomes are how genetic material is stored in our bodies. We, of course, have 23 pairs of 46 chromosomes, and all of these chromosomes are stored inside the nucleus of each cell in our bodies. Now, back to genes and proteins. Genes contain codes to be executed for bodily functions and viral functions, and the execution of these codes resulting in the functions necessary is through creation of proteins, and the process is called gene expression. Proteins are formed when protein coding genes result in gene products, which will be proteins. Non-protein coding genes will result in gene products that are not proteins but can be other functional RNA products like transfer RNA, tRNA, and small nuclear RNA. Gene expression is the basic mechanism behind the machinery and functioning of all life. One of the core principles of genetics is that DNA makes RNA makes proteins. Essentially, DNA makes RNA and RNA makes proteins. During the replication process, DNA uses an enzyme called polymerase, and through the process of transcription, the information in a DNA is copied onto a synthesized RNA strand first. Now, the opposite of this process, where RNA information is converted to DNA, which is what we use in our RT-PCR testing for COVID, is called reverse transcription or RT. After the transcription process comes translation, during which ribosomes produce the necessary proteins as indicated by these genes. This completes the gene expression process. The way an organism, or in this case an RNA virus, functions is known by reading the sequence in which these nucleobases of GTCA or GUAC are present in DNA or RNA respectively. Figuring out this order or sequence is called the sequencing of the genome. A genome is the complete set of an organism's DNA or RNA. Each genome contains all the information that is needed to build an organism. The replication of this genome that the SARS-CoV-2 virus ends up making errors leading to mutations. Mutations basically result in removal or addition or replacement or duplication of one or more of these nucleobases or alphabets in a genome sequence. Mutations can often result in altering the function a gene or a section of the RNA has to execute, but they can also not really affect an organism or a virus much at all. We know that this virus hasn't changed that much just yet as compared to other viruses, and it also mutates rather slowly. With each passing month as the virus is transmitted in the population right now, the virus acquires about 2 minor mutations. There is no concern of these mutations affecting vaccine development or vaccine efficacy just yet with the data that we have right now. We don't fully understand the virus yet, but what we know is that the more we sequence, the more we are able to identify mutations by comparison, as we can trace similar sequences back to their parent sequence. This helps us understand where and how the virus is spreading in the world today. Thank you for watching this video.